This video is uplifting. It's all about why virtual events are shit. I'm not going to swear anymore during this video because I know some people don't like it, especially YouTube. So let it be known that when I say sucks, I mean shit. Okay, let's go on with the video. As many of you will hopefully know, I'm somebody who's worked in the communications industry for 20 years now. I think actually maybe more than that. But anyway, I've got a lot of experience when it comes to events, product launches, presentations, speeches, presenting. And I love sharing my knowledge with you. So I thought it would be helpful to talk to you about why most virtual events suck. So here's why. Number one, the reason why they suck is because they shouldn't be live. So many clients get hung up on the idea of their virtual event having to be live when actually a lot of it should be pre-recorded. There's a lot of confusion out there about streaming, about how online platforms work, but this is it in a nutshell. Why on earth would you run the risk of saying the wrong thing, of messing up on an epic scale in front of hundreds of people? Why would you do that when you could pre-record it? You could pre-record your online presentations that are part of your virtual event and they could be great. There's this whole idea about I want it to be authentic. Well, let me tell you, authentic tends to mean sucks. So you know what that means. Authentic tends to mean crap, okay? And believe me, an audience will only put up with so much of that before they switch off. So why not pre-record the presentation parts of your virtual event so they are great? They're well rehearsed, they're brilliant, they've got graphics, excellent. I don't know why more people don't do that. You can still have live elements of your virtual event. For example, a live Q&A at the end. But please, don't try and do it all live because in general, it turns into absolute crap. The second reason why most online virtual events suck is because people do not listen to the technical advice. I cannot count the amount of times I've been asked for my advice when it comes to how somebody should do a virtual event and then they've completely ignored it because the boss wants it done in a certain way. Well, let me tell you, the boss knows nothing most of the time about how online events work, even just from a technical point of view. But the people organising it do. So listen to them. If your agency is telling you that you should pre-record some of your content, believe me, they're doing that for a reason and you should listen to them, okay? So if somebody who is running your virtual event is telling you to do something a certain way, they are doing it because that will make the event better. So just listen to them. The next reason why I think most online virtual events suck is to do with timing. I was recently asked to produce a 3-day virtual event, and in all honesty, I said no because the very thought of it made me want to die inside. A 3-day virtual event. Are you kidding me? I mean, the thought of it is soul destroying. And this is the point here. A virtual event should not be days long. A virtual event will never be a live event. It's completely different. So you need to keep it short and sweet, keep it simple, do it well. A virtual event is something that lasts definitely less than an hour and it never lasts a day. The reason that a lot of clients and businesses like to do a live virtual event is because they're really keen on the interaction, which not many people do anyway. But anyway, they're keen on the interaction. They want it to be really interactive. But the problem with a live virtual event is you tend to totally lose track of time. So people run over. So much so that by the time the slot for interaction comes up, you've pretty much run out of time and there is no interaction. So actually, it doesn't work like that. A live virtual event will not give you interaction. What will is a really well structured, pre-recorded event where you're stating over and over again between each presentation. Remember, we're going to have a great Q&A at the end of this, so please make a note of any questions, pop them in the comments box. You can do all that interactivity, and then at the end you've got a lovely portion of time for interaction and a Q&A. So let me give you an example here. So you could have an event that is an hour long, and you could have maybe 4 key speakers. Each speaker has only 10 minutes, and then you've got time for a Q&A, a 20-minute Q&A at the end. If that is live and you have 4 key speakers who know their subject, there is no way on this earth they will keep to 10 minutes. They will waffle on and talk a lot because they know a lot about their subject. If you were to pre-record that, you could make sure that you had 4 excellent presentations that are on point, have images, graphics, really, really great presentations, and then a definite 20-minute Q&A at the end where the audience can ask questions. To me, it is a no-brainer. Pre-record and do elements of live. Don't do it all live. And that leads me perfectly onto my next point, and it's this. Do not think that your virtual or online event is the same as a live event. Lots of people come to the table and say, well, we used to do this live event, but we're going to do it virtual now, but we want it to be as engaging as our live event. Well, I don't know what your agency is saying to you, but listen to me very clearly. It's impossible. You cannot replicate online what you do live. So let me try and explain what I mean here. It's a little bit like if you've got kids and you take them to McDonald's. That's like amazing to go to McDonald's. Now, if you were at home on a Tuesday night and you were making burger and chips in the oven and you said, we're having at home McDonald's, and you gave them at home burger and chips, they'd think, this isn't McDonald's. This sucks, is what they'd think. I nearly swore there, but this sucks is what they think. And it's the same thing. They're not the same. Burger and chips at home is not the same as McDonald's. An online virtual event is not the same as a live virtual event. It's all about how you package it and setting expectations. So that is what you should do. You need to come to the table thinking, right, my virtual event is completely different to my live event. Don't try to do what you do in your live event in your virtual event. They're completely different. You need a completely new creative, a new set of ideas. What you do live will not work virtually. And the final reason why I think most online virtual events suck is because they don't have an MC. An MC is basically a host, so a moderator, your link person who links all the presentations together, links to the next person, always comes back to the MC, brings the energy level up. They are vital in a virtual event, and I would argue even more so in a virtual event than they are live. And there are several reasons for that, but firstly, energy. It doesn't matter if you force this event to be live when it should be pre-recorded. Even if the presentation is absolute crap, your MC will bring the energy level up again. Also, people can't be trusted to link to each other, so your MC provides that linkage. Your MC is on the side of the audience, and your online audience need that, especially when they're sat at home in their pajamas on their own in their kitchen. They need somebody to bring them into the event. So always, always use an MC. So those are the reasons why I think most online virtual events suck. I think if you take that advice on, if you don't make those mistakes, then you're absolutely upping your chances of your online virtual event being a success. As always, if you agree, disagree, want to chat, have an opinion, please pop it in the comments section below and let me know if there are any videos that you would like me to focus on in the future. Please do subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next week.